So what's gluing us together? Why don't we just live in a wild free-for-all? Well, turns out it's this thing called the state. Not as mysterious as it sounds, but kind of a big deal for how we all get along. All right, break it down. A state's basically just a bunch of people living together on some patch of land, organized for political reasons. It runs itself, no outside hands meddling in its business, totally independent. Sovereign, if you want to get fancy with words. What's the point? Honestly, a state's supposed to keep its people safe, make life smoother, and try not to start fights, at least with the neighbors. People living there aren't just randoms, they're citizens, and they get to, mostly, enjoy the benefits. And yet, sovereignty's a big word you'll meet here. Basically, outside, the state answers to no one. Inside, it's the boss, as in, makes the rules, lays down order, collects your taxes if you like it or not. What do states do? Outside, it's all about keeping threats at bay and making friends, or at least pretending to. Inside, it's refereeing fights and making sure everyone isn't at each other's throats. Ideally, anyway. Now, who actually runs this service? The government. That's the state's muscle, sort of like its arms and legs, putting all those shiny ideas into action. It's a team effort, different departments, all playing their weird but vital parts. So, not all governments are the same. If there's one boss in charge, monarch. Tiny group of VIPs, aristocracy. If the rabble gets a say, democracy. Wish it was that simple in real life, but hey, you get the gist. Another way to split them up is by how the boss gets picked. President, usually elected. Good old popularity contest, fixed term, so you can boot them out eventually. Prime Minister, chosen by Parliament, and if they lose support, out the door. Dictatorship, well, let's just say you don't get a vote, and those guys are tough to get rid of. Not so fun. Why should you even care? Because knowing how states work helps you figure out your own role. You're not just a name in the census, you're actually part of this wild experiment in self-governance. Bottom line, a solid state's like a halfway decent roommate. Keeps you safe, pays the bills, lets you live your life. The more you get how all the moving parts fit, the better shot we've got at making things work for, actual humans. Don't forget to hit subscribe on RNDM Wisdom Bytes for more brain food. Stay curious, stay feisty. Catch you next time.